My name is Michael Mastro. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Vastu Creations. Please subscribe. Uh, Today we're going to look at the chart for Cyndi Lauper, who's had a long singing and writing career, acting as well. If you look to the eastern horizon when she was born, you would see the constellation associated with um, Capricorn rising at 21 degrees. First, we'll look and see how the planets are operating, and then we'll look to see when they're operating. So, first starting off with the sun. The sun is any multicona sign in the 6th, 8th, or the 12th house can cause some challenges. And so here we see in the 8th house, the sign of Leo ruled by the sun. So sun can be challenging. And also in the 12th house, you have the 9th sign of Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter. So in the chart itself, sun is not causing any issues because it's not close to the rising sign degree. Yeah, it's actually slightly affecting Mars in that 6th house, which could affect, could delay family. And so that's definitely the situation. She didn't get married till later and had a child, one child at the age of 44. So the sun represents her vulnerabilities. She has some issues with depression and was abused as a child. Then we have Moon. Moon is ruling the house of partnerships, and it's in sitting in the career house. So here, her partnerships have been supporting her very, very public. Moon is public career. And then we have a weak placement of Mars. And it's slightly afflicted by Sun. So Mars ruling the house of happiness through family. There was some depression and some childhood abuse. Then we have weak infant Mercury. Mercury is any planet that's less than 5 degrees is said to be in infant state. And any planet like Saturn that's in old age, more than 25 degrees, has trouble promoting its own significations. So here we see she may have some Mercury that has to do with skin issues. Also vocal cords. She had some issues with her vocal cords. She had psoriasis and is very controversial and outspoken in her expression about abortion rights and LGBTQ. Then we have challenging Jupiter. Jupiter is, again, ruling that 12th house that has to do with depression. And it's also an indicator for children sitting in the house of children. So there was a delay of childbirth until age of 44. And Jupiter also has to do with religion as well as Mercury. And she was brought up Catholic, but now calls herself a recovering Catholic because there was some stress from the religion in her earlier years. Then we have weak dispositor Venus. Venus is ruling the career house, and it is placed in her house of happiness and family life. So this work home life balance was probably difficult for her. But Sun is fairly Venus is strong. So Venus is an indicator for entertainment and connecting her career with entertainment. Then we have weak dispositor and old age Saturn ruling the house of wealth and fame and stability in relationships. Then we have so fame came later, and as well as some permanent relationship. Didn't get married until she was older. We have challenging Rahu and Ketu, balancing the personal needs with the needs of others. Rahu's in the house of personal, and Ketu's in the house of others. And this also, Rahu in the first house gives her a very eccentric personality, and different appearance. She's always got different colored hair and kind of wild. Let's look at the timing of events. In 1977, she had an issue with her vocal cords, was told she'd never sing again. This is during a Saturn period. Saturn ruling the second house of having to do with the voice and vocal cords. In 82, she had a relationship for a few years with David Wolf during a moon period. Moon is ruling the house of partnerships. And 83, She's So Unusual, very popular song, gave her great fame during a Mars period. Mars is bringing happiness, ruling the house of happiness. 85, she got a Grammy for Girls Just Want to Have Fun during a Saturn period, Saturn ruling the house of fame. In 91, she got married during a moon period. Moon ruling the house of marriage. In 97, she had a son during a Jupiter period, Jupiter indicator for children, sitting in the house of children. In 2010, she came out with Memphis Blues, and also was diagnosed with psoriasis during a Ketu Rahu period, Rahu bringing unexpected events. In 2011, she wrote an autobiography during a Rahu period. Rahu is sitting in the house of having to do with personality and autobiography. And then in 2013, she got a Tony for her acting in Kinky Boots, a Broadway play during a Saturn period, Saturn ruling fame. In 2015, she came out on the Today Show with her issues with psoriasis during a Mercury period, Mercury having to do with skin issues. And she was diagnosed in 2010. Then we have in 2022, she came out for reproductive rights for women during a charity during a Rahu period. And then in 2024, in June, it was announced for her documentary for Don't Let the Canary Sing, that's coming out sometime this month in June, and also announced her farewell tour, where she's going to be retiring. And this is during a Jupiter period, Jupiter having to do with the 12th house of endings. What could be done to strengthen the chart? So doing charity work to transform, not strengthen, Jupiter, Sun, Rahu, and Ketu. She's already doing that. And then the rest of the planets can be strengthened with my favorite remedy, a Kavash, which is a silver locket containing the Devata yantras for her benefic planets. If you'd like to get a Kavash, get a reading, or learn Vedic astrology, go to www.vastucreations.com. Thank you so much for listening.